Hello guys, I trust you're doing good and you're ready for a new week ahead. Okay, my previous video was on budgeting and I hope you got to watch the video and you enjoyed it. And some people may be wondering, what's the need for budgeting? Is there any need? Do you actually need to make a budget before you can succeed or get richer? Now, maybe you're a housewife and you just have money handed down to you so easily and everything, but I want to let you know that wherever you are at this point in your life, be you a single lady, a single guy, a housewife or a stay-at-home mom, and or a working mom, a working wife, you need to always make a budget. Okay, let's say he's happy, your husband is happy with you just being a stay-at-home mom, and whatever you ask he gives to you. Okay, that's still fine. There are men like that out there, but he's just okay with that. Don't you think if you wake up one morning preparing for a new month and you're like, okay babe, this is approximately how much we earn, and I'm thinking we should do this and that and that. You come up with a budget, everything you've listed down, with from groceries to everything, like practically everything you spend money on, and you're like, if we do things this way, maybe you'll be able to save up more for this project we're working on. Don't you think he's going to be really, really excited, really happy, very, very happy with you? Now he's just okay. There's always something you can do to spice it up and make him even happier. Yeah? So, at every point in your life, you need to always budget. Maybe you're a single girl out there and you're like, oh, I live my life the way I want to live it. I really don't need to make a budget. After it's my money, I know exactly how much is coming in and I can spend it the way I want. Baby girl, that's true. But come on, trust me. If you don't start budgeting now, if you don't start planning for your life now, it's not when you get into a man's house that you're going to start. You'll find it even harder. But if you actually start doing that now, you're going to be an asset to that person, because trust me, in most cases, I'm not saying men do not know how to budget or plan their income, okay? I'm saying in most cases, the woman is always the one who can arrange things. It's in our nature, okay? We're built to multiply whatever is given to us. So the men tend to trust us, so they give us a lot of detail about their income, and they're like, okay, just take this for the house. You're the one who has to make magic out of that money and make sure this amount goes to this place and this and this and that, and you don't keep coming back to ask for every little thing you need. For a single guy out there, you need to plan. Trust me, if you can plan as a single guy, your home is going to be wonderful, because when you find the lady you want to marry, I mean, during courtship, these are one of the things you talk about. What do you guys talk about during courtship? These are one of the major things you talk about. If you already know how to budget and plan your finances, this is just the time when you ask her about her life. If she's the kind who's always lived with mom and dad and really has no idea about budgeting, okay, good. These are the things you teach her, so that by the time she gets into the house and you both are finally married, you hand over such duties to her. Because if you continue imposing or telling her like, this is how this should be done when you're married already, trust me, it will go the wrong way. So these are things you discuss about, you let her in on, and when you both get married, you find out that you carry out your projects easily, because you both have the same mentality when it comes to your finances. So today I'm here to give you 3 reasons why budgeting is very necessary in our daily life. Now, point number 1, budgeting comes in very handy because it helps you plan. Plan, plan. Have you ever heard the word failing, or the saying, failing to plan is planning to fail? That's actually very, very correct. Budgeting helps you plan your income, helps you know exactly how much comes in, and this is what I want to do, this is what I'm not going to do. This is what I want to do, this is how much it's going to cost me to carry out this project, and this is what I would do. Even the Bible elaborates that. Now, let's get to the book of Luke. Luke chapter 14, from verse 28 to 30. Okay, I'll read. Verse 28. Suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost to see if you have enough money to complete it? For if you lay the foundation and you are unable to finish it, everyone who sees it will ridicule you, saying, "This person began to build and wasn't able to finish." It's direct to the point. If you want to build a tower, if you want to build a castle, if you want to build a house for your family and yourself, if you want to buy a land and build, if you want to do anything, you want to embark on any project in life and you're unable to finish it, why? Because you could not count the cost of that thing. Counting the cost simply means you did not plan. You did not know exactly how much you're going to need for that project and how long you're going to take to complete that project. People are going to ridicule you, they're going to laugh at you. So even the Bible encourages us to plan financially for every single project, every single thing in our life. So failing to plan your finances is planning to fail. Now, number 2, budgeting shows you exactly where your income goes. It shows you how you spend your income, how you spend your money. Like, you're able to sit and be like, oh, so you spend a lot of money on buying clothes, buying shoes, ladies, bags. And some of these things you get to find out that these things are not needs. Some of them are just wants. So you know exactly where to cut down on what and where to take up what. So it shows you exactly where your money is spending and where your money is going to, where you're spending a lot of money, and it stops you from overspending, because there are times you spend a lot on things that are really not necessary, things that are just wants, things you can do without. So it actually shows you where your money is going to and stops you from overspending. And with that, we move over to point number 3. Point number 3 is something that especially ladies have a lot of trouble with. Trust me, moms, single girls, we all have this issue. We all had. Because you go to the market, you have a list already, and then you walk by and you see a beautiful, cute dress for your baby girl, and you're like, wow, let me just get this for her. Or you walk down, you're in a shop and you see this very beautiful cake or whatever it is you like, shoes, or maybe a drink or something you really like, cookie or something, and you're like, oh, let me just drop this there. Let me just drop this there. Buying on impulse. Maybe this month you never budgeted to buy a dress for yourself. You did not plan to get any new clothes or something of that sort, and then you walk down the street and you see a beautiful dress in the shop or a beautiful pair of shoes, and you're like, I need to get that. Yeah, next month I'll just, and you buy. That's what happens with most of us, especially girls. We buy on impulse a lot, especially when we see something that's beautiful for ourselves, for our kids. We do that. Now, when you're working on a budget, first thing that happens is you leave the house with a list, and you leave with approximately just exactly what you need for that list to the market. So even if you see something you want to buy on impulse, you look at it like, man, that's good, but you don't have the cash. You don't have the money to buy. So budgeting, making financial plans, or laying out exactly your budget for every week or every month, as the case may be with you, does help you cut down on buying on impulse. Okay, you know exactly what you're working on because you know you're making the budget because you have this project you want to meet. Maybe you want to finish paying off your debts, or you actually want to save up a lot more so you can start up a business. You want to save up a lot more so you invest on something big. You're saving up so you can build your house, you can buy a piece of land, you can do whatever. When you have that in your subconscious, it cuts down on your expenditure. You want to buy on impulse, but you're like, I could save this money and it helps me to do exactly what I'm planning for. Okay, so those are just the 3 reasons I thought I should come up here and tell you you need to budget. Like, those are reasons why you need to budget. This is gonna work. My previous video was showing you like an example of how you can come up with your budget as a lady, as a housewife, as a single guy out there. It's an easy one. I really don't want to go to the I don't want to do anything complicated. If you're the Excel sheet kind of person, like you work online, you can download an Excel sheet. I think I'll show you in my next video. Excel sheet, you can just do that online and print it out, and it helps you a lot. Or you can do what I showed in the previous video. You write it down. If you're the pen and paper kind of person, you get a book and you write down your expenses every month. If it's weekly that you love to shop for your house, okay, when you've done that for every month, whatever you budgeted for groceries, then you can now split it down to every week. This is what I'll do, and it works magic, trust me. If you're on this financial journey with me to end the year wealthier and richer, this is what we have to do. This is just one of those things to save up more. I hope this video was helpful enough, and if you have any questions, you can of course ask in the comment section, and I'll be there to answer. Leave your thoughts. What do you think about budgeting? Do you think it's really helpful? Do you think there's any other very important reason that I forgot to mention? Of course, there are a lot more you can still mention. Leave it down in the comment section. Are you budgeting? Do you always budget for your expenses? Do you track your income? And if you have, how has it been for you? If you've not, let us know if you would like to try this if you like to go on this financial journey with us. Just leave it all down in the comment section, and we'll be there to chit chat a little bit on that. Okay, all right, enjoy the new week. I leave you with God's blessings, and until then, it's a goodbye from me. Goodbye. If you've not subscribed, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified whenever we put up new videos. Okay.